Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another show of Fuente and Meerapfel present Meet the Professor. Hello, world.
Hey, Jeremiah, how are you? Hey, Mel.
Hello. How is everybody? Man, I love that. I love that intro. It's nothing that gets me more excited than hearing that song. I'm just like, yeah.
You know what? I love it as well, but I think that Jose is the anti-climax. You know, we're going into the show, everything's big, and he's like, hey, Jeremiah, how are you? I mean, what's wrong with you? Come on.
Hey, you gotta remember, I'm still recuperating from COVID. So
yeah, give him a break, Jeremiah. God.
I'm not at 100%. To be honest, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm around 8.5, and I am lucky to be alive. And for those who think it's the flu, take my word, it's not the flu. I was in the hospital for 28 days, and what's killing me, to be honest, is almost 50 days without smoking. So this is more painful than the 24 days in the hospital.
Well, we're happy that you're doing well, though.
Happy. We're thrilled. Thank God he's doing well. My goodness. Imagine that. Anyways, guys, we have an awesome show lined up for today. We have, the Sister of the Leaf coming on. She's a doctor. She's absolutely one of the most knowledgeable people in our industry. She's absolutely stunning. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Anastasia Psomiadi. Anastasia, welcome to the show.
I became red. I became red from your words. Thank you very much for the invitation. Good evening for us. Just greetings from Greece, love from Greece. And we are here to share our experiences and our love for cigars. And I'm very happy that I am with you, Jeremias, Jose, thank you very much, Melanie, and Carlito, Cynthia, that is going to be with us after this.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. It's a privilege and an honor to have you here, and to right away to start our questions. I guess that even though I know the answer, but for some people, where were you born?
Of course, I was born in Greece and grew up in a family abundant of love, honesty, and respect. That's why I feel free because of the love that I have gained, the love that I have felt in my family, in Piraeus, in specific, the port of Athens.
Definitely. Do you remember the first cigar you ever smoked?
I remember the moment. Would you like to describe the moment that I had my first cigar?
Yes, of course.
Well, it was 2003. 2003, and I was in a business trip in South Africa. And for 3 days, I went for safari. And I have never seen a cigar before in my life. I was 26 years old. And I dislike cigarettes, and I have never smoked a cigarette before. But I have never seen a cigar before, too. And when a lady offered a cigar, a Corona, it was a Corona, I think a Cuban cigar, Corona, she offered me and she told me, oh, I got some these cigars from the airport. And when I put it in my mouth, I feel fascinated. I felt that it was the extension of myself. It was a strong relationship came up for me. And when I came back to Greece, I bought humidor books for reading about cigars and cutters and lighters, and I was buying all the time cigars, and I was smoking all the time in my house while I was working, while I was driving, because I love smoking and driving. This is my best cigar allowance while I'm driving, you know. So this is my first experience for cigars, and it was a great world for me. And it's a divine journey in the cigar world. That's why I would like to share it with other women and men, to feel what I feel while I'm smoking a cigar.
Very nice. So when did you really like say, because that was in 2003, you have your first cigar. So when did you really fall in love with cigars, like with passion and that, like, and you said, this is it?
For the first time, 2003.
No. Okay, that was
Yes.
the first time. That was the first time you enjoyed a cigar. But when did you really say, this is my passion, this is what I want to do?
For the first time.
Oh, since the first time.
The first time I put it in my mouth, it was the love at first sight. It was something else. It was an eternal dialogue with myself. The first time I put the cigar in my mouth, I remember this time like yesterday. And then when I got back to Greece, I tried to, if I bought cigars, and I was smoking all the time from morning till evening. Yes.
Okay. So
it was love at first sight.
Love at first sight.
And I decided that it is the extension of myself. This is me, I said. So no one can be between us, between me and cigar. No one.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. Do you feel that men sometimes disrespect women that smoke cigars, and why?
Since 2003, you know, the things have changed. When I got back to Greece and I began to smoking cigars, I was smoking into my house and working and smoking, driving and smoking. But when I was hanging out with my friends, I was smoking too. Then I listened offending things for me, insults and sexist comments. And I didn't pay attention because I don't care about what they say for my, my choose in my life. So men tried to manipulate me or had a bad profile, bad image for me, but I didn't care. That's why, I would like to say something very crucial for stereotypes. Stereotypes were born before us because stereotypes are before us and give us the way of our thinking, the way of our feelings, the way of our beliefs. And these stereotypes in the Greek society feed these men with a specific way of behaving and a specific way of beliefs. So we are here, women and men, to choose if we like to choose our lives free from stereotypes, or if we like to choose to have stereotypes and to be chained. This is our choice. So yes, many times. That's why I founded Sisters of the Leaf Greece, because of the stereotypes. I would like to say something to men, because now men are very supportive. Now men have changed, because I think the society have changed. And because I think that women are stronger, and we have created a better world with less stereotypes. Well, I think when a man sees a woman smoking cigar, please feel like see your wife or your daughter or your sister, not a stranger. If you treat her like that, Cynthia,
so beautiful.
all things will be better.
Welcome. I'm listening to every word, and I'm so delighted to have you part of our show today.
I'm a little bit stressed.
No. Continue, please.
Yes, this is good.
And happy Valentine's Day, beautiful ladies.
Beautiful.
A happy
And
Valentine's
gentlemen.
Day.
Yes.
This is about men, but now the situation has changed. And this is my vision for Sisters of the Leaf, to create a culture in Greece around cigars, because men have have problems too, they don't want to smoke cigars because of show off. We have many stereotypes in Greece. I don't know if you have stereotypes in US. Oh, hello, Carlito.
I am so nervous. I am
stressed.
No. Let me just say something, Anastasia. We've had the superstars of superstars on this show. And of course, I don't get nervous. I don't have to do anything but listen. But listening to you and knowing that you're going to be on the show, I'm so nervous. I went back in the bathroom 3 times to put makeup on and everything to make sure I look my best. But honestly, when you talk, listen, to me, you're a superstar because you're empowering women. And now, my baby, Liana, my own daughter, who I brought into this world, to the world of tobacco and cigars, my sister, who's been promoting women for 40 years in this industry, to see what you have contributed, what you have given. Finally, I think that the Sisters of the Leaf and led by the Sisters of Greece have done so much for the world that I love, of bringing the respect. I just want to give a short story. I promise I'll say I won't speak. I was taught by my grandfather that tobacco was feminine. And the representation of cigars and tobacco in the United States was always the male figure, the chief, the Indian chief, the Native American. And always, I don't know why I'm hearing a feedback, but I hope you understand me. I don't know if it's my recording on my microphone, but always he was presented in a stern, hard, I don't want to say ugly, but almost like a warrior, mean way. I was taught tobacco was feminine by my grandfather, who was born in 1888, who was taught by his father. And I created the goddess of tobacco, with all due respect, the goddess of tobacco, because I don't believe who brings us all this beautiful world and everything is a male. The sensitivity of it, what it does for people, is only the love that a mother could give to her child. And I believe in that so strongly. And I just am so nervous. You could hear it in my voice and see people like Patricia and everything that are watching, and so many people. But I just want to thank you for empowering women and so forth. It makes my world such a much more beautiful place. And honoring my grandmother, my aunts and my aunts. I'm talking about the women in my world. There's always been women there. Thank you so much, Anastasia. It's such an honor to have you on our show.
Hey, Carlito. The only thing that I can say is that my commitment to the great things that we will achieve together, and because you are going to unite all the power of good, and the power of good is going to light up in the industry, but especially in humanity. This is the point. And this is the point, the fair, the equal, and the fruitful collaboration between men and women. All the best of ourselves, the best of our vision is going to join and to create a force for humanity. This is my vision, and I am totally, I have commitment to your words, and I am very emotionate. But you know, I don't know how to say it in English. I'm very touched, and you gave me, you and all the sisters of the leaf are your words now, gave me power to continue with, you know, wings.
Awesome.
Well, I would like to say, Melanie, you are like a butterfly. I would like to say this. When Jose invited me, I said, wow, it was an honor. I was excited. And I decided not to write anything because English is not my language. Greek is my language. Mm-hmm. And I decided not to write anything. And I said, Anastasia, you are going to talk from your heart. And the heart of all the people are going to understand you. Mm-hmm. Because heart talks the language of love. And we have a common love for cigars, and love for cigars, you know.
I love it. It's fabulous. You are fabulous. I can't wait to listen to the rest of this. But I just want to slide in just real quick and let you guys know to go ahead and drop those questions for the Nail the Professor, and let's see if you guys can win a bobblehead.
Let me ask you this, Anastasia. If you could smoke a cigar with one person, could be dead or alive, who would that person be and why?
Well, I can choose Jesus, not for the religious way, you know, not the approach of religion, because he was a master, because he offered his knowledge. He was a high-level knowledge. He was spiritual, and he offered his knowledge, his spirit, his love, and his life to all the people. That's why I would choose to be with Master, with Jesus, in order to share my sacred moment, because smoking a cigar for me is sacred. It's a sacred moment. And if you allow me, I would like to say, and a second option. I would like to smoke cigar with all the sisters of the leaf that have been joining in all the round tables of Sisters of the Leaf Greece. This is my expectation. Yes.
That's great. Let me ask you this, and this question, eventually, we don't know when, but it's going to happen. You and Cynthia are going to meet, and you're both going to smoke a couple of cigars. So what would be your beverage or your spirit of choice? Because I have an idea what Cynthia could have. So what would be the drink that you would smoke sitting down with Cynthia for the first time? What are you going to choose?
It depends on the day. If we are going to meet in the morning, we are going to have a black coffee because my best pairing is coffee. If it's not the morning, yes, I will choose wine. And I will share with Cynthia wine, a rosé wine or red wine. Yes.
I got it for you, darling. Here it is. For Valentine, for one of the most beautiful ladies I know. Your rosé wine. I don't know if people can see it. Here you go. Trident, which is a boutique brand out of California, and to our sisters of the league. And I look forward to that day. This is the afternoon for us and the evening for you. Cheers, beautiful.
Cheers, cheers.
Isn't that great? And I wish it's going to come true that we're going to all be together to be able to enjoy in person our cigars and our cocktail, coffee, wine, or what have you. But I know how much you love the rosé wine.
Rosé wine. I love rosé wine. Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Anastasia, without a doubt, you have made a huge impact on the world in giving a platform and I would say a voice and support to women of the leaf. Could you tell us more or less why you created the Sisters of the Leaf of Greece, which, to be honest, I don't think it's only Greece because I think you've gotten together a lot of passionate women all over the world. So what was your thought behind that?
Well, Jose, thank you for the question. And as I told you, it was a reaction. It was my vision, the global initiative, but I named it Sisters of the Leaf Greece. Well, when I don't like something, I fix it. I don't like something in Greece, I do something to fix it, to create another situation that I like it. If I don't like something in the world, if I have the power, of course, I fix it. And when I say if I have the power, if God allows us, and please, not in the religious way, God, but the power of good, the love. So I didn't like the behavior and the stereotypes from men to women. I didn't like the stereotypes from society to women smoking cigars. So I have 3 drives in order to found this social initiative, this global social initiative. One, the first drive was I would like to break the stereotypes. So I broke them. And second, I would like to share my love and passion with other women, because this relationship with Cigar and feeds me with many emotions. And Cigar for me symbolize power, symbolize confidence, symbolize freedom. And freedom is power. So I would like to share these feelings and to share the knowledge of this with many, many women and men, my students, in the university. I put them introduce them in the cigar world. And the third drive I had for founding this global initiative is because I want, and I think humanity needs to have strong women, because women have to make statements, have to choose their lives, have to choose their position. You are free, ladies, to choose whatever you want. Just put your feet on the obstacle and see clearly. And we are here together to help you and to join each other, to join our forces, to make our dreams come true. This is the 3 drives for founding Sisters of the Leaf Greece. And my vision was to create a culture around cigar in Greece and to introduce women and men to the cigar world. But in order to achieve things, so strange things, so innovative, this is a social innovation. In order to create and to achieve social innovation, what do you want? A strategy. So what is a mission of Sisters of the Leaf Greece? Build social and business bridges on occasion of cigars. This is the point. And, after the 3rd round table, many women called me and say, "Oh, Anastasia, thank you. We began to talk about business, to talk about experiences, so to be friends." Okay, I would like to say something for women. Women, especially Sisters of the Leaf all over the world, are very strong personalities. But there is no reason to have business together. Just focus, ladies, focus on what unite us, not what separates us. Focus on this. Humanity wants strong women to go ahead to scout a better world without discrimination, with equal rights, and women have the power to do that, to achieve that, but with the support and collaboration with men, of course. This is about, and in Sisters of the Leaf, hello, Jeremias. In Sisters of the Leaf Greece, we have commitment in 4 principles. We make statements, we break the stereotypes, we believe in business ethics. Ethics is the top of me, and we collaborate with integrity. In order to be a member of Sisters of the Leaf Greece, even if you are a man or woman, you have to sign up the commitment into this principle, especially integrity. Where are you, Jeremias? You are mute, Jeremias.
I'm listening to every single word you're saying, and you should see the reaction of everybody out there. Everybody is just drinking the milk that you're throwing at them. It's unbelievable. Your words are strong. Your principles are valuable. Anastasia, you're conquering the world tonight.
No. We love the world, and we can be together because love is huge.
And Anastasia, what better way to share that love than on Valentine's Day?
Oh, really? Yes. Yes, it's a special day today. Yes.
So how about we do this, Anastasia? How about we spread the love? And right now, it's time for nailing the professor. You ready?
I don't know. I'm born to be ready, but I don't know what you mean.
All right. Just sit back, relax. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Nail the Professor. Here we go.
Nope, Anastasia, this is the safe part for you. So this is where we put Jose in the hot seat. All right, so the first one I have for you, Jose. Does the fermentation process for Maduro tobacco affix the tobacco from gaining any benefits from any additional aging?
Okay, first of all, that's a good question. Those are the questions that I like. First of all, fermentation, which is just done when it's done the old-fashioned way, the correct way, is just heat and water. The fermentation process, when we're looking towards wrappers, basically, you're trying to extract the ammonias and also to try to uniform the colors of the wrappers. That said, if you over ferment and the essential oils disappear and you put that wrapper on it, it's like smoking paper. But even if you do not ferment, you under ferment, and you don't want to give it the correct time or the correct temperature on that, that's when you're smoking a cigar and you pick up that really bitterness, sourness, and those metallic tastes that sometimes you put up. So fermentation is very, very important. And I've always said you have to do it. The people who have been successful, it's because they do it the old-fashioned way, that do not cut corners. We're not going to get into what people do to that, but at least the companies I've worked with, and we all make jokes about it. We do it the old-fashioned way, right, Carlito?
Old school, old school. Just like the values that Anastasia spoke about, it's old school. It's, you know, it's Jeremiah in Greece. You know, the values and things we all speak about in all the programs. You know, it's not about cigars. It's about the people, and it's about the principles of value. And she keeps repeating one word, that is the most powerful word, and it overwhelms everything. And it's love. It's love. Whether it's Moses, whether it's Jesus, or whatever, it's love. And she keeps mentioning that word, and love is what brings people together, and that's what the world needs today. I agree with you, sir. Not often, but today I do.
Okay, thank you. What's the other one, Melanie?
All right, so the next one that we have is March is approaching, and it's countdown to have your first cigar after your recovery. What is it going to be?
Oh, you know, that is a great question, because I've been thinking about it, and I got to be honest. The first cigar that I'm going to smoke is just, and anybody who has been on a period of not smoking, whether it's a week or 10 days, don't waste a great cigar. So I'll probably pick an average cigar, doesn't matter what it is, smoke it, because it could be the best cigar in the world. It's not going to taste good. You know why? Because I've been probably 90 days without smoking. So after I smoke a couple of cigars, and I'm going to be honest, and Carlito, I don't want you to say this, I'm being biased with Jeremiah, but unfortunately, the first cigar that I'm going to smoke is it's going to be a Don Carlos Personal Reserve with the best wrapper in the world. After that, it's going to be an Añejo 46, and after that, it's going to be a Dubai Opus. So I think that's a great lineup with coffee.
Jose, you're shit out of luck, because we're out of stock of Don Carlos. We're out of stock of the Añejo 46. I'll send you a couple of 858s. I think
wait. There's nothing wrong with the 858s, but the truth is that Jose is out of stock of his favorite cigars because he hasn't been able to travel to buy them.
What's the next one, Melanie?
When you're picking tobacco that has been aging, what are you looking for, and what is the sweet spot?
Okay, but that question is, when you're picking tobacco, hold it. So if you're picking tobacco, it's tobacco that's going to go into the curing barn for whatever days, the amount of days it is, depending on the type of the tobacco. Then it's going to go into a fermentation. So I don't think the question is clear, right, Carlito?
It's not clear. I think what they're referring to is picking it out of the bales or out of your inventory, already aged tobacco. I believe
that could be it.
When you're aging, let's see, when you are picking that has been aging, what are you looking for? What is
okay. It's like Carlito said, it's tobacco that's in bales. Okay. It's all going to depend how many years. It's not the same thing that you go and look at filler that's a year old, that you go and look at filler, let's say a Piloto Cubano that's 5 years old. I mean, the difference between that and a year tobacco, it's going to be I mean, tremendously. So when you're doing is you're taking all those fillers out, you're making what we call grado puro, un purito, and you start to smoke it. And the way that and it's funny, I'm going to ask this question to Carlito because I learned this from Fernando Leon. When you look at a bale of tobacco that you're going to start to use, a lot of people only go to the upper front and pick out leaves. I was taught that you pick from the top, you pick from the middle, and you pick from the bottom. Because sometimes in the bottom, if it was not stored correctly, the tobacco, you could pick up some notes that are not really that great. Carlito, do you agree?
You're absolutely right. I mean, really, that's what separates great from the greatest. It's those little steps that are insignificant, but you take the time to go through them that really add up to something that's extreme, that's very significant. And not only that, Jose, once you go through the bale, that you say the bale has reached its peak, that the bale, depending whether seco, ligero, viso, and the time and the oils and the aromas come out that it's ready to use, then you select leaf by leaf again. And if you want to make a consistent cigar, you separate it by texture again. I mean, it's very intricate, but this conversation could go on for years and years and years, and we'll just keep coming up with things what you could do. But it's true, Jose. You're absolutely right.
Old school.
The entire bale, old school.
Any more?
All right. Does Maduro tobacco benefit from any additional aging, or does the fermentation process fix the leaf from benefiting from any additional aging?
Listen, at the end of the day, you can leave the tobacco all you want. If that curing process was not done correct, if that fermentation process was not done correct, it's going to be a waste of time. Because what people don't understand is what people don't understand is that when you have a cigar that's made with not good tobacco, you can leave it for a year, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and it's going to be bad. Because at the end of the day, if the picking of the tobacco, the curing of the tobacco, the fermentation was not done correct, the aging was not done correct, the guy who did the blend did not, let's say all that was done correct. And the simplest thing is that roller, when he was making it, did not put the leaves in the right position. Everything is totally screwed up. Every step is so important that we could talk for days and days and days of all the things that could go south or north and really, really get into this.
All right, Jose, but tell them about the Maduro and that the propensity, the ability that you have with Maduro to go up in temperature to get that tobacco to darken.
That's a good thank you. You know, when you get at my age, you have to be reminded stuff. Okay, so let's say we're working with Connecticut broadleaf. That to me is also one of my favorite wrappers. The temperature could go up between 130 140 degrees, but the temperature is it's not really what determines.
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit, yes, of course. Fahrenheit. What really determines that is after you do that fermentation process, how long is it going to take? Is it going to take 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months? And the other thing is, depending how the crop was, that is going to determine also the temperature and how long are you going to leave those pilones there. Because if you have one that it didn't rain a lot and you have very light colors on that temperature is not going to go that much. But if you have one where it hardly rained and you have a lot of oils to it and very thick, that's going to be there for a very long time.
Professor,
do you agree with me or not?
No, I'm just amazed how much you have learned watching the Meet the Professor show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I had to dig it. You dig into me, you know. You dig me and I dig you. That's because
there's one thing, I don't know, Melanie, if you have a question about Candela, did anybody send it in? I think it's somebody called Michael Dibb. He sent it in to Meet the Professor. It's funny because I had to do a little bit of research and I had to call a couple of people. For those who really want to know a little bit about Candela, from what I researched with 3 good sources, Candela was something that happened in San Antonio de los Baños in Cuba by accident.
By accident.
It was so you know the story, Carlito.
Yeah,
it was a very
told the story many times.
It was a very, very dry season, and it seemed like the guy was curing tobacco, and he did not put any of these buckets of water inside, and the leaves after 72 hours just totally stayed you could say frozen, or it didn't turn it didn't turn the colors into it. And even though that was in Cuba, then the other question is, right now the people who are doing the broadleaf, they're doing basically with a Connecticut wrapper. But I think Carlito wants to add something to it.
No, it's just that with all due respect, I was told the same story since I was a little boy, because in my days growing up back in the 60s, when I was working after school in the factory and everything, Candela or Claro wrappers were the most popular in the United States, and they were mostly Cuban, all Cuban wrappers. And I was told the story also. But going back in my experience of 66 years of life and being Cuban myself, I was told by a Cuban. And one thing I've learned in life, the Cubans could really, really enhance any story, turn it around, make it right. So I wasn't there, so I don't know, because I was told by my grandfather that the bluest skies in the world are only in Cuba. The shiniest stars in the world are only in Cuba. That everything in Cuba was bigger, greater, and better. So, I was told the same story, but it was by a Cuban. But Candela wrapper was huge in the 60s and 70s. It was huge. And there's still a little market for it, but nothing what it used to be. And I compare myself, if I'm able to say this, it's a question of personal taste. And apparently there was a big market for it. People liked it. And I compare it to black coffee, as Anastasia says, or herbal tea. Some people prefer the herbal tea. And, I just, out of my mind, Jeremiah, try to grow some Candela in Cameroon, because as much as we've become aware how in Asia they love that tea, if you grow Candela in Cameroon, we may be able to reach a market that's just waiting for something like that. You never know.
It'd be interesting to let people know out there how Candela actually works.
Yeah.
What makes it green? Jose, you want to talk it over, or you want?
No, what I was researching, because I got to be honest, I'm not a big fan of Candela. People ask me why. I said, look, it's not my cup of tea. I mean, I've had some from some companies that it's okay, but look, what I understood on research is that after 72 hours, if you have on a normal process, you will see how it goes from green to yellow to brown to dark brown. So when you're doing Candela, which you're not putting any type of humidity into it, it just there's a word to it that the chlorophyllos just stops evolving and it stays in that stage. That's what I called 3 people just to be sure about that.
No, the Candela, the curing barns, you're absolutely right, Jose. The curing barns
totally
are completely closed. There's no air going in or out. And it starts with heat. They bring it the first to heat. Exactly. It's 98, it's 100 degrees, and then the next day it's 107. Then it goes up to 118, and it locks in the chlorophyll. And the tobacco growers love it and everything, because you get the tobacco, and in 3 days or 4 days, you have your Candela. You take it down, you ship it to the manufacturer. Then the manufacturer is quick. But the market has changed. It's something different, but it was something that was so popular. I wish myself personally that there would be more Candela available, and that the market will, just like everything else, look at the market, how they change with taste and so forth, that they would try Candela. A lot of people like it. If 60 or 70% of the U.S. market, which was the biggest market in the world for Cuban tobacco, preferred Candela wrappers, then there's a reason. There was something about it. Maybe the way it was blended, maybe the way with the Cuban tobacco. I don't know what the answer was. I was too young to smoke back then, but I know it was very popular. And I think that history goes in cycles. And I think there's an opportunity just to have something different out there. And I see some of the younger boutique manufacturers really doing well and taking advantage of that and coming out with some Candela cigars, which makes me very happy.
Yeah, I forgot about the part that about the heat. But let's go back to our.
No,
our
that's
special guest.
that's right. And Carlito nailed he nailed it. He nailed it on the head. I remember back in the day when I was a kid, Carlito remember this. I used to work a couple of summers with down in the Connecticut Valley. And one of the things that I was doing was burning the Connecticut sheds. And it was unbelievable. I mean, you could barely walk into these things. They were so hot. You could walk in for maybe 20 seconds or 30 seconds. You would cook. You would literally cook in these sheds. And you would freeze that chlorophyll by bringing the temperatures up so hot, it would shock the tobacco and it would shock the chlorophyll right into place. They would do it with Connecticut shade a lot. And actually, it's very interesting tobacco.
Yeah, it is. And people love the taste of all kind of greens and lettuces and everything like that. I mean, think about it. It's part of our daily diet.
It is.
And
Carlito,
I'm not saying that's what it tastes like to me, but I'm a lot like Jose, the old school. We were taught to make it and sell it, but we were never taught to really enjoy it because we're always taught that things have to be natural, they take time, you can't rush the hands of time. We were just taught differently. And it's just a different mentality, different school. But it's very good for the growers, it's very good for the manufacturers. And apparently there's a market out there. So if it's good for the market, I think it's good for everybody.
I think I still have a couple of bundles of Claros from the 1980s, the early 80s from your factory, actually. That was amazing. All right, let's go back to the kid. The kid, you got any more questions for us?
I do, actually. All right, so 2 more questions, Jose, real quick. What does it mean when your cigar's smoke has a bluish cast?
As a what?
A bluish cast.
I don't even know what that is.
All right, Jose, listen, just for the etiquette, I know you're in Eastern, wherever the hell you are, but when somebody says something, especially a young lady, and you don't understand, you said, "Excuse me." It sounds a hell of a lot better than "what."
Okay, my bad. Okay, Melanie, my bad. Okay, excuse me.
Excuse me.
All right, how about next? Ask the professor if the slower burning tobacco down the center of a cigar is always darker leaf.
Yeah, listen, those are the questions that I like, because I always tell people in my seminars, when you take the foot of the cigar, you're always going to see, I wouldn't say 100%, but the majority of times that viso or that ligero, you're going to see it right in the middle, and it's going to be a little bit darker. Now, if you're working, depending also the country, I think in DR, it's easier to identify that viso del ligero compared to what it would be in Nicaragua. And I think even with the Cuban cigars, it's even a little bit harder. And we're not going to get into those details. Right, Carlito?
You're absolutely right, Jose. No question about it. You're right. You're right.
Okay, we want.
All right, I think that wrapped up the professor. You've done well, Jose. Congratulations.
Of course I did. I had a great teacher, Carlito.
But I'm curious to know because I see blue smoke, but I don't know if it's my contacts.
Oh, it was blue smoke. Blue smoke.
Yes, when you see the smoke.
I know the answer on that.
Okay, here we go.
I was surprised that you.
No, I know the answer, but you know what? No, I didn't hear it. I know the answer, but you know what? I'm going to take the 5th on that one. No hablo inglés.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
I knew that no one can nail the professor.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going back to our guest of honor. I think Anastasia is still with us. Anastasia, welcome back to the show.
I am with you always. I am with you because always we are together.
Anastasia, I want to ask you the following. What are the future plans? And in this case, I cannot talk only of the Sisters of the Leaf to Greece, even though you're the chairperson. I think really right now you're talking worldwide. So what are your future plans?
Well, our future plans are many, but is one subtle movement. we are going to create subtle movement. And subtle movement is going to clarify specific principles in order to be implemented by cigar industry and by all the stakeholders of cigar industry, by small, medium businesses, by journals, by producers, by aficionados, by communities. So we have already create a framework, and I will invite all of you, representatives of industries and communities and businesses and clubs, to have a specific role in this. We are going to make many actions in this for the vision. And the vision is to sculpture a better world for equal men and women and without discrimination. So I am going to announce with the help and of Cynthia and of other sisters of the leaf, our next steps. The first step that we are going to do is just the round table, a global round table with sisters of the leaf from all of the world, and we are going to design it with Cynthia and with Anais, and I would like to thank Anais for introducing me to Cynthia. And we are going to have a specific, if you, in Greece, we have this expression: if you need something, you do something. I am going to use this phrase, if you. Well, if you like to achieve something, you have to do it in a specific strategy. So in this movement, I will put stakeholders management, a social mechanism in my PhD, into the subtle movement in order to know and to respect the needs and the interests of all the women of all of the countries, and to put them together and to do something specific. But this time I cannot announce specific steps for this. Allow me to announce them next month, because we have to be prepared for this. Cynthia, are you in?
100%. Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to it. I want to be part of it all.
Yes, because we have we open a dialogue. Dialogues have many ways of realization. Dialogues with women and the stakeholders of cigar industry about specific things, about the axis, in order to build principles in order to be implemented in the industries. And we are going to organize many activities, and in Greece and all over the world, only for women, cigar aficionadas. Yes. And I would like, I have an idea yesterday, because when I have an idea, well, I do it. I realize it. I have an idea.
They're endless. There's so many wonderful ideas that you have on the table, and it's going to be exciting times for all of us.
Yes, they are specific ideas. They are actions now, but I would like to share with you first, Cynthia. I'm sorry, Jose. I have to share it with my sister first, and
well, of course,
that they are with us now, and I feel their love from all of the world now, and they are sending me messages, habibis, and messages.
So many wonderful women that we've met throughout the globe.
And we are going to discuss it and to announce to the world. And this, we are going to to have a specific methodology in this. Yes, I can't say anything else.
And
my idea was I am going to have a research in cigar industry, a second PhD, but I think it's the postdoc now because I have already one PhD, and in cigar industry about stereotypes and about women. So I am going to do that in order to help women, to help subtle movement. You know, Jose, today is the first day that we, all the women, I am sure that they align with me now. We are nuns, subtle movement. And we are going to talk about this father and father.
Very good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the day. We have our very own Richest Riot coming up. I hope he's going to stay subtle, but I got to, whatever happens today, I know we have lots of, I hope he keeps it clean. But anyways, Rich, I gotta say this. This is broadcasted out of Basel, Switzerland. Whatever you may say cannot be held against you, so have fun.
Well, first of all, I had to change hat bands for Valentine's Day to commemorate that wonderful holiday. And for all of the ladies watching, be advised, I've got a heart on for you. So there you go.
That's so beautiful. Thank you, Rich.
And
always so creative.
Valentine's Day goes back many years at our house.
Wow.
Oh
that's a golden oldie.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I've got a couple of others, but I don't want to take up time with that. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone.
Yes.
Happy Valentine's Day, Rich. You and Brenda.
Vegas has suffered a lot because of this pandemic. Casinos closed, hotels limited spots that you can stay. And I had a friend that, single guy, of course, who decided to go to Vegas to pursue his favorite things. And he went to the casino and was able to get in for a little while. But the other place he liked to go was what they call the House of Ill Repute. And he drove all the way out to that ranch, and he walked up to the door, and there's a sign on there that says, "We are closed. Beat it." So that's advice and a notification at the same time. A good friend of mine was working for a friend of his who owns one of those adult stores, and he had a doctor's appointment. So he asked a friend to watch the shop for a couple of hours. So his friend took over the shop, and after a little bit, a lovely blonde walked in and said, "How much are those?" pointing to a little battery-operated device. And he says, "Well, that size right there is $50 in black or in white, whichever one you want." And she says, "Okay, well, I'll think about it." And another lady came in a couple of hours later, a blonde, and goes, "I'd like, how much are those?" $50 each. She says, "Well, how about that plaid one on the shelf?" He says, "That's $250. She whipped out their credit card, gave it to him, and left. And his friend came back and said, "How did we do while I was gone?" And he said, "We did okay. We had one sale." He says, "Just one sale?" It was for $250. He said, "What do we have here for $250? He said, "I hope you're not upset, but I sold your, well, there goes my brain, sold your thermos." So that's the name of that tune. It wasn't too dirty. Carlito's chuckling. It's okay. I had to get the word thermos out. And Jose knows where the blue smoke comes from. You know, he knows where the blue smoke comes from. We talked about it a couple of years ago. And after the show's over, he can let everybody know the secret. I won't mention it, Jose, but we talked about it at length once.
Yeah.
Everybody have a fabulous week.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Rich.
You look
Take
very
care of yourself. Happy Valentine's to you and to your wife.
And to Brenda too. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Anastasia, one of the last questions we want to ask you, how much is education for you?
Education is our first, it's a tool of achieving things. And the first thing that we have to achieve is to make ourselves better. And education, do you mean education for cigars?
Yes, of course. That's the only thing I know.
No, I don't think so. I don't. You are the professor. No. Education for cigars is very important, and it's very important because it's a divine journey, and but it depends. But the level of the knowledge, it depends on the students. You know, if a woman tries to understand what it is, well, education is good to focus on the feelings, on the way of lighting, cutting, and on the history of this. What product is this? Is this product or is company? What symbolizes this? That's why we will be very, very glad if you can teach us, Sisters of the Leaf, and share with us your knowledge and especially your experiences. You know, women wants to feel. We are more emotional than men, maybe within a different way, you know. That's why it's very important, education. And pairings and whatever you include to your lessons. And we are preparing something, you know, and we are going to invite you. And Danais have spoken for you with great, great words. And yes, get ready.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Cynthia?
100%. And I will also love to thank Denise for introducing me to you, Anastasia, that you are now a Sister of the Leaf. I feel like we're family. We are family. We're far away from one another, but our hearts are close.
Yes. Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
And being a guest on the round tables have been such a wonderful experience for me. I remember the first time, or one of the first times, it was Thanksgiving Day. So we had so much to be thankful for. And then today is Valentine, and it's a day of love, of all different type of love. And look, I actually have my brother Carlito here. He's with me
Oh,
in
of course.
Tampa. Right. But it's a love of friendships, love of sisterhood, love of your partner, a man and a woman, love with your family. So Valentine is such a special time. So I'm so grateful that you were able to join us on this very special day. And I want to be a part of every project that you have because I feel honored and pleasure. And you give so much beautiful energy. And I see the passion in you and the love that you have for the Leaf and the love that you have to bring people together. Your heart is so warm and you love bringing us all together. So you are a beautiful leader and you put so much work into the different round tables. And I have met so many different ladies and everybody has something different to bring. But like my brother Carlos says, one thing that we have in common, besides the love of the Leaf, but the love for one another. So I look forward to it. And these projects that you're talking about is going to be very exciting. So count on me and still stay as beautiful as always. And my wish is the day that we can get together in person. And we're going to listen, we're going to have too much fun. If we're having fun like this from afar, it's going to be just so fantastic when we're together face to face.
Do you know, while I'm walking and working out now with lockdown, I am listening to music and two or three songs. And I imagine all of us, or Sisters of the Leaf, dancing. This is
absolutely. Yes, 100%.
I'm doing working out and I imagine dancing together at the first time that we are going to meet each other. of all over the world. Yes, thank you
There's
very
going to
much.
be a lot of dancing because we love music. I'll tell you, I don't think a day goes by that I don't listen to Arturo Sanavad. He is always producing music, and he's been so active on social media through the whole pandemic. And I put him on, and he brings me such peace. But I always put my nice merengue, bachata, all of it. We're gonna have a lot of good time with music. Music is
Great.
another way to enjoy your cigar.
Yes.
Whether right with the coffee or the cocktails, the music. It's just one, like you say, all the different experiences. Having a beautiful cutter, having a beautiful ashtray, a beautiful cigar along. I mean, it all comes together as one. And we're gonna, with God in front, we're gonna enjoy it all together.
Yes.
And I love when you said who you would smoke your cigar with, because there's nothing greater than our faith in God. And He's guiding us all. And He's going to be with us. And He's going to lead us for us to be able to be safe and to be able to continue to enjoy one another. He's at work. He's at work constantly.
And
so thank you, Anastasia, very much. You're so
thank you
beautiful.
very much, Cynthia. I feel blessed that I met you, and I feel blessed that I met all the Sisters of the Leaf all over the world. If God allows, subtle movement is going to be great and very useful for humanity. These are not my project. This is project for humanity and for humanity. Let's play with words. Humanity. Carlito, you are mute.
I just said that I'm listening to you and I love it. It's so beautiful. Anastasia, there's so many things that I would like to say in such little time to say it. First of all, I listened to you and I can't believe this is happening in my lifetime. I knew it would happen one day with my daughter and my sister, but to live it, I just want all the Sisters of the Leaf. They have a big brother who appreciates them and loves them. And really, and there's something that I have spoken to Jose about, Jose Blanco, for months now. And I too have to thank the Nice for bringing us together and for what she has done. And I thank Jose because he introduced me to the Nice, who is an amazing human being, which we all love dearly. But there has been something that I have been speaking to Jose about for a long time. And I've kept it quiet because for many reasons, and I think this is the moment. Probably Jose is nervous now that I'm going to make it public. But I would like to host all the Sisters of the Leaf, a group of 30, 35, whatever we could really be more intimate. I would like to host them in the Dominican Republic, to have the pairings, the tasting, to learn from each and every one of you, with Cynthia and Liana and everything, for Jose to do seminars, and for us to have photo shoots, with the ladies. I've talked to Ciro Cachela, who's my right hand, who is really the administrator, who's doing everything, who owns the Arturo Fuente Cigar Club, that knows about entertainment. And we're talking about having entertainment for the ladies and doing things. And I would like to host the Sisters of the Leaf 3 or 4 days in the Dominican Republic and have just a learning, educational, gathering family, and just speaking about our lives and having an opportunity to set this up. You're going to get an invitation. I hope that you accept the Nice. Jose and I have spoken about this for a long time. And because we have to wait till next year, obviously, during tobacco season, but you will receive an invitation. I just want to make it public now. The people know that this has been in my heart for a long time. I saw an opportunity, just like you, when you said, if I think something, do it. And being exposed and seeing everything happening during this COVID year and all these programs and becoming friends with so many sisters, in social media and everything, which we've never personally met many of them. But I feel like I have an attachment to them, like I know them. And if they have a cold, I worry. I don't sleep because I know that part of my heart belongs to them already. This is what's happened through social media. And I've had this idea, and I really want to do that. And I really want the Fuente family, Cynthia, Liana, all of us, Jose, Jeremiah, and Ciro, because I can't forget Ciro, because he is the party guy. He knows all the things, to really prepare something, an experience for a lifetime, that all the sisters walk away like their lives has changed and have a memory that they will never forget. That is my wish, and I hope that we can make this happen. We'll start figuring this out. But I will have everything prepared and do everything and host you and be my guest. I would love for this to happen. This is what I really believe. I think it's the future. And thank you so much for bringing so much elegance, so much principle, so much integrity, and wanting to give to so many people, because that's all I heard during the entire program is you think about something and you want to make a difference in life, and you're doing exactly that. You're giving back, you're bringing people together, you're sharing the love. The most powerful emotion in life, the most important thing in life is love. And I just wanted to say, with all due respect, I love you, young lady. You're on mute.
This is unfair. I cannot hug you now.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's, next year will be plenty of time for hugging everybody. I miss hugging more than anything else in life. That's Carlito. Carlito's out hugging people, and that's what Carlito loves. And really, it's been a rough year for all of us. We know that. But we have the cigar, and thank God that we found a way to bring us together. And what's made this so special is that we love people. And this is why this is really evolved, because it's organic, it's natural, and like you said, it's from the heart.
Thank you very much, Carlito. I'm very touched. And if you need any help for your plans, let me know. We are going to arrange with Cynthia and Liana everything.
Yeah. Of course. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it already. I take that as it's a maybe. I would accept the invitation, but yes, for sure. Let's make it happen. That is my dream, honestly. That would be my dream. That would be my dream 2020, next year, 2022, in the beginning of the year, to have you, for you to see, you know, the factory, the farm, the fermentation, and everything. But it'll be so, we'll do it in such a beautiful way that it'll be just one constant entertainment and program, and be able to see the foundation, to see the children, to see the Cigar Family Foundation, and have them perform for you. And they just get together and everybody just enjoy cigars, listen to music, the great Caribbean food, the great Caribbean music, the entertainment, and just the beautiful smiles. Because I've said many, many times, remember, I was born in the United States of a Cuban family, and I was raised in a different world, but I've been living here for 40 years. And I've said many times, it breaks my heart to see so many children in the streets without shoes, but I'm yet to see a Dominican child without a smile. And Denise, who is here, she could say the same. Everybody's smiling here. There's such a special love here. People are smiling no matter what. And they have so much love to give. Everyone will love it here. It will be wonderful.
It will be wonderful. And your dream is like our dream now. Became our dream.
Jeremiah?
Jeremias. Jeremias, we are sharing our dreams now. Tell us your dream, please.
My dream. I'm living the dream.
Together.
Listening to Carlito and you, it's just beautiful. You know, Anastasia, you're like a big sunshine, full of energy and love and passion, and that energy is transpiring to every single one of us, whether we're here hosting the show or whether we're one of the dozens or hundreds or thousands of people that are going to be watching this this video. You've definitely left a mark today, and the energy which is coming out of you is something else. I must admit, you are a very special person. You have the power to lift mountains,
Yes,
to swim through oceans, and that's being felt by every single one of us here today. I have no doubt that if there's one person out there who has the biceps to be able to carry the Sisters of the Leaf, not only of Greece, but of many places in the world. It's the one and only Professor Anastasia Psomiadi. You are very, very special, Anastasia, and it was an enormous honor and an enormous pleasure to host you on the show today. Thank you very, very, very much.
I cannot say many things after all these words, full of love, full of respect, full of passion that I heard. I only say that my arms are open to embrace all of you in order to make a better world. And we are together. And you know, we are many. We are not alone. And we have to remind it to women, to all the ladies out there. Ladies, you are not alone. Take your life on your head and go for it. Go for your dreams. Carlito is going to realize your dreams. So
and be reassured that if you cannot take your life in your hands, then Anastasia is going to do it for you, and she's going to do it for you very, very well.
It's easy. If God allows us, it's easy. It's easy.
It is. Anastasia, thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. And see you in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the day. We're just about to wrap it up. But before that, we're going to ask the kid to make sure that we understand how we're going to watch the rerun of this show, because this was something very, very special. Melanie, wrap it up.
Guys. All right. So if you guys want to catch this rerun or share it with somebody else, you can go to the YouTube channel. It is tinyurl.com/The Professor Show. And then you can also go to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/The Professor Show. And you can watch all of our reruns and also hit that notification button so that you can catch us anytime we go live.
Thank you very much, Melanie. Professor, who do we have on next week?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank Anastasia for being with us today. It's been very enlightening, I would say. For next week, we're going to have husband and wife, Ken and Julie Newman from Chicago, old friends of mine, and Cynthia and Carlito, owners of Cigar and More, two beautiful shops. Past president of the, at that time it was the IPCPR, and a straight shooter and somebody that I think a lot of retailers would like to hear what he has to say. So looking forward for next week and another great show, and keep it smoky, guys.
All right, let's keep it smoking. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It's a wrap up for today. Fuente and Meerapfel present Meet the Professor. Until next week, take care of yourselves and of others. And remember, if you don't do it with passion, don't do it at all. Bye-bye for now.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Happy Valentine's.
Thank you, Anastasia. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you for
Night,
joining
everybody.
us. I love that photo. Wow. It's all about love. Thank you.
Love you, Cynthia.
Everybody do something special for someone today. Give somebody a call.
Anastasia, Melanie, all of you. Rich,
Right?
give my love to
Right?
Brenda. Give my love to the wives. Give my love to everyone, please. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Thank you again, Anastasia. We loved having you. This was a phenomenal show, too.
Absolutely.
Okay.